Angolra hangolva. Cassette 1, side 1.
Moses supposes his toesies are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously, for nobody's toesies are posies of roses as Moses supposes his toesies to be.
Are you copper-bottoming 'em, my man? No, aluminiuming 'em, mum.
If I can't have a proper cup of coffee in a proper copper coffee pot, I'll have a cup of tea.
A tutor who tooted the flute tried to tutor two tutors to toot. So the tutor the tutor, is it harder to toot or to tutor two tutors the flute?
Don't worry. We don't expect you to be able to say all these things straight away. Your task will be much simpler. Okay? Let's go.
Lesson 1, Section 1, page 25.
Look at the table in your book and repeat the words.
Pin. Park. Pencil.
Composer. Appear. Suppose.
Play. Plug. Price.
Approve. Computer. Dispute.
Sport. Split. Spring.
Despite. Inspect. Unspoken.
Copy. Simple. Dropping.
Cup. Gallop. Develop.
Two. Tower. Take.
Protest. Satirical. Retire.
Trip. Trust. Tune.
Constitution. Between. Entwine.
Start. Stop. Story.
Astonish. Restrict. Distill.
Pretty. Heater. County.
Quite. Bullet. Rocket.
Cool. Keen. Cat.
Recall. According. Unkind.
Clay. Cloth. Cry.
Accredit. Security. Require.
Skirt. Sky. Skill.
Discuss. Exquisite. Exclaim.
Speaker. Chicken. Pocket.
Take. Music. Attack.
Lesson 1, Section 3, page 28.
Tongue twisters.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. A peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, where's the peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked?
Timothy Titus took two ties to tie two tups to two tall trees to terrify the terrible Thomas a Ptolemies.
Pat a cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it and prick it and mark it with tea. Put it in the oven for Tommy and me.
Lesson 1, Section 6, page 29.
Reading practice.
Kitty picked up her teacup and took another sip of her tea.
Poor Peter was pummeled and punched until he was purple.
Ping pong is a popular sport and is played in many places.
This pretty pet performs plenty of pleasant tricks.
He painted a picture of the penguins playing in their pond at the Paris Zoo.
Tell Thomas to take a turn at table tennis.
Too many teenagers tend to waste their time watching television.
Don't tickle Tessie, Tom. Tickling Tessie's naughty.
Uncle Kenneth's black cat Kim is quite an inquisitive creature.
I can't quite comprehend why the quality of these books has declined in the last decade.
Lesson 1, Section 7, page 30.
Learn these dialogues by heart and act them out with a partner.
So, what went wrong?
Well, you said all I needed was a pencil, a ruler, a piece of wood, a saw, a hammer, and a couple of nails.
I said you needed a pencil, a ruler, a piece of wood, a saw, a hammer, a couple of nails, and a bit of common sense.
Ah.
I need an immediate answer.
You shall have an answer in an hour or so.
I must have an answer now.
It's not an easy decision to make, but if you insist on an immediate answer, it must be an extremely reluctant no.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, I suppose if you do need an extra hour or so...
But I don't now, do I? An extra drink, yes. Have one? Before you go?
Lesson 1, Section 9.
Learn this dialogue by heart and act it out with a partner.
Delicious, John. Can I have some more? How do you make it, by the way?
Oh, you need some lean meat, some vegetables, some butter, flour, salt, chilies, some garlic if you've got some. Lots of things.
Who gave you the recipe?
Oh, some woman I know.
Well, it really is some dish.
So is she. Now, did you say you wanted some more, darling?
Well, if I'm to have some pudding, perhaps not.
Lesson 2, Section 4, page 36.
First fill in the table in your book, then go back to the original list and provide the past tense form when you hear the infinitive. Like this.
Add,
Added.
Added.
ban,
Banned.
Banned.
Now you do it. Ready?
bang,
Banged.
breathe,
Breathed.
brush,
Brushed.
call,
Called.
climb,
Climbed.
command,
Commanded.
cough,
Coughed.
curse,
Cursed.
dare,
Dared.
demand,
Demanded.
develop,
Developed.
fit,
Fitted.
found,
Founded.
hate,
Hated.
hunt,
Hunted.
hush,
Hushed.
judge,
Judged.
kick,
Kicked.
kiss,
Kissed.
laugh,
Laughed.
launch,
Launched.
lengthen,
Lengthened.
long,
Longed.
manage,
Managed.
mend,
mended,
mince,
minced,
miss,
missed,
mix,
mixed,
need,
needed,
nod,
nodded,
order,
ordered,
part,
parted,
pass,
passed,
persuade,
persuaded,
pick,
picked,
plead,
pleaded,
pray,
prayed,
promote,
promoted,
prove,
proved,
pull,
pulled,
push,
pushed,
raise,
raised,
reach,
reached,
recommend,
recommended,
rush,
rushed,
shout,
shouted,
sigh,
sighed,
stop,
stopped,
stuff,
stuffed,
suppose,
supposed,
tend,
tended,
thank,
thanked,
try,
tried,
turn,
turned,
wait,
waited,
want,
wanted,
weigh,
weighed,
wound,
wounded.
Lesson 2, Section 5, page 36.
Observe the difference in the following examples.
A boy aged 10.
An aged man.
He learnt the words.
A learned monk.
He blessed the people.
A blessed saint.
He cursed the enemy.
A cursed nuisance.
He was beloved of all.
A beloved monarch.
Lesson 2, Section 6, page 37.
Listen and repeat. Mind the stress pattern.
Introduce.
Recommend.
universal,
Economic.
Understandable.
Economical.
underestimated,
Indistinguishable.
Superimpose.
Interrelate.
recommendation,
Characteristic.
Incomprehensible.
Autobiography.
pronunciation,
Exaggeration.
Peculiarity.
Responsibility.
radicalization,
Characterization.
Heterogeneity.
Radioactivity.
personification,
Electrification.
Incorrigibility.
Identificational.
excommunication,
Recapitulation.
Differentiational.
Irresponsibility.
Lesson 2, Section 7, page 38.
Listen to the words in the first column, then switch off the tape recorder and read the words yourself.
Accident, telephone, beverage, bachelor, algebra, alcohol, bungalow, influence, sympathy, argument.
Now the second column.
Encounter, abandon, tobacco, ambition, external, attractive, potential, condition, respectful, emphatic.
Finally, here are the words of the third column.
Represent, cigarette, coincide, disappoint, guarantee, interrupt, recollect, magazine, comprehend, immature.
Lesson 3, Section 1, page 39.
Listen and repeat.
Read, rich, red, roof, rain, run, right, rope, round.
Pride, breed, crime, grey, freeze, throne, shrine, spring, screw.
Carry, borrow, worried, fiery, explorer, clearance, surround, parade, marriage.
And now, here's a real tongue twister for you. Try to say this Hungarian nursery rhyme with English R sounds, like this. Repa, retek, mojoro, koran, regel, ritkan, rikanta, rigo.
Lesson 3, Section 2, page 40.
Listen to the examples, then try to say them. Make sure you don't pronounce the R in the first and second items in each triplet, but don't drop your R's in the third item.
Better, better job, better idea.
Here. Here you are. Here I am.
There. There she is. There it is.
4. 4 times. 4 inches.
Far, far better, far away.
In the following expressions, there is an R in the middle and no R at the end, whatever the spelling pretends.
Martha and Arthur. Arthur and Martha.
The Shah and the Tsar. The Tsar and the Shah.
G.B. Shaw and Thomas More. Thomas More and G.B. Shaw.
The idea is clear. Clear is the idea.
Lesson 3, Section 4, page 41.
Don't listen to the poem until you have completed the task set in your book. Ready? Here's the poem.
Harp Song of the Dane Woman by Rudyard Kipling. What is a woman that you forsake her, and the hearth fire and the homemaker, to go with the old grey widow maker? She has no house to lay a guest in, but one chill bed for all to rest in, that the pale suns and stray birds nest in. She has no strong white arms to fold you, but the 10 times fingering weed to hold you out on the rocks where the tide has rolled you. You forget our mirth and talk at the tables, the kine in the shed and the horse in the stables, to pitch her sides and go over her cables.
Lesson 3, Section 5, page 42.
Reading practice. Before listening to the recording, insert the R's at the appropriate places.
The spa isn't far, so Pa and Ma don't go in their car.
Shaw is more likely to ignore a flaw on the floor than Poe is. Because, you should know it, Poe is a poet.
Patricia and Deborah are travelling to India in July or August.
He eventually escaped to East Korea in 1958 to start a career as the editor of the Southeast Asia Evening Post.
Lesson 3, Section 6, page 43.
Learn this dialogue by heart and act it out with a partner.
After all, you're only 24, Anne.
Mother, at 24, a girl's rather old.
At 54, a girl's rather older, isn't she?
But Mother, I don't suppose Father even notices.
Father appreciates your mother as nature intended.
You're always nice. Where are you going, by the way?
To my regular appointment with the hairdresser, if you want to know.
For a shampoo?
I have some grey hair at the roots, which nature never intended.
Lesson 3, Section 7, page 44.
Listen and repeat.
Trees. Trick. True. Train. Try.
Attract. Country. Secretary. Contrast. Poetry.
Dream. Drink. Drag. Drop. Draw.
100. Address. Boundary. Wandering. Andrew.
Now repeat these pairs of words. Mind the difference.
Trees. Cheese.
Train. Chain.
Trace. Chase.
Tramp. Champ.
Trance. Chance.
Trap. Chap.
Treat. Cheat.
Trick. Chick.
Trip. Chip.
Truck. Chuck.
True. Chew.
Trunk. Chunk.
Draw. Jaw.
Drew. Jew.
Drag. Jag.
Drain. Jane.
Drake. Jake.
Dress. Jess.
Dressed. Jest.
Drill. Jill.
Drink. Jink.
Drive. Jive.
Drug. Jug.
Drunk. Junk.
And now test your ears. Do you hear ch or j or tr, or dr. Put down the words in ordinary spelling.
Cheese, chap, train, tried, drain, jest, jaw, drew.
Lesson 3, Section 8, page 44.
Reading practice.
Never try travelling by train in a dry country like Trinidad.
Trying to control traffic in the streets of a dreadful metropolis like Madrid is extremely draining.
The driver had drunk hundreds of gills of dry gin by 3, so he drove his jeep straight into a huge tree.
Adrian dreamt about drowning in the Adriatic Sea. When he woke up, he drowned his sorrows in drink.
Trying to find the address, Andrew drove through a tremendously large district.
Lesson 3, Section 9, page 45.
Learn these dialogues by heart and act them out with a partner.
A whiskey and soda, a whiskey and water, a brandy and soda, 3 gin and tonics with ice and lemon, and 2 gin and tonics without ice and lemon, and another whiskey and soda, and a glass of water for me.
A whiskey and soda, a whiskey and water, a brandy and soda, 3 gin and tonics with ice and lemon, and 2 gin and tonics without ice and lemon, and another whiskey and soda, and a glass of water for you, sir. Right, sir?
No, wait a minute, let me change that. Let's have a Chartreuse Vert, a wedding cocktail, 2 Harvey Wallbangers, and
But I can't. I'm sorry, but I can't.
But you must.
I'd like to, but I can't.
But I'm depending on you. We're all depending on you.
I'll do anything but that.
But no one else could do it as well as you.
Why not ask Dahlia? She could do it even better.
But she's too busy.